Players in that squeaky corridor, waiting for that to open up and utilize the flashbangs. The Molotovs, they got set up a smoke also in towards Mini. It's zywoo spamming his way forward, only able to get one. The Molotov damage with the flashbang support gives Siren the kill, and from beyond the smoke, Spinks will also drop up in heaven. Dupree is suppressed, but Magus has the close vent corner, gets his double, Chopper doubles back, and leaves it all on Apex to try and clutch this pistol here. Bombs in the open, can get picked up, and Apex might be left out in the open, gets Chopper instead to a 1v1, and starts looking for Wonderful. The Wonderful frag that could present himself through the crack angle between the two barrels, out towards the left-hand side. It's Wonderful with the kill. You can probably read onto that part. Either way, loads of catch available for Spirit, so they can bolster up their buy in the next round as well. Flashes and smokes, another upper execution. Vitality having Dupree up in the rafters, going completely unaccounted for. Gets a kill, tries to double up. Magic providing support, can only last for so long, and his teammate out towards the open vent isn't even required. Dupree's USP does most of the damage, but definitely aids the CT forces more so than hinders them. Spirit again towards the lobby and outside defaults, looking for the upper execution again, and very quickly so. Dupree having to tuck his head away from the fire, but getting pazzy out in the open. One kill found, has got virtually no more support, but Spinks comes in from heaven, provides that. Dupree doubles up, flies past Magisk, but Magus gets the kill instead. It's all on Siren in the 1 versus 4 here to try clutch it for Spirit. He struggles with all of his sprays, and the Dane gets a 2K. Upset in for zywoo, this time towards the indoors. Pazzy towards the outdoors, however. Gets his Danish teammate. Magisk down already. They're thinking of going downstairs through the vents control. In fact, they've got secret position here for Spirit, so it makes sense of Vitality.
It's how quickly they get players towards that lower bomb site. We know in certain situations, the last couple of rounds, we've seen both zywoo and Apex being those players down to lower. As of right now, it's just the IGL from Apex playing very passive up towards the observation window.
Here the Molotovs coming in, which will indicate what Spirit are going to be doing here. Backup will start to make its way in. zywoo there with the AWP. Watching and waiting. Eyes set past the vent entrance. Sees one player jumping. Sees one player crossing. Brings it back to a 4-on-4. No one has checked the observation window. Siren with his back turn at Apex will get killed off for it. Advantage tips the favor of the CTs, but only for so long. Magic with a kill. zywoo and Apex with 2 more. Dropping the bomb and leaving Chopper alone in the 1 versus 3. At least gets that first. 2 more to find.
Got time to play with, needs to really fight one of those rotates if he wants to give himself a chance at this. Even getting back to the double doors to get that bomb control, you've got a teammate of Spinks there ready for it.
As I set in the vents, Chopper, what's he going to do here? Go back into the B site for the easy plant, try rotate back up through the vents and challenge onto Spinks immediately. He'll be at point blank range here. Oh, and the incendiary's pulled out. Spinks fires away, gets the kill for it. The only mistake that Chopper made in that push. Standing with the AWP in zywoo's hands up against Wonderful. Pazzy towards outside will be his first port of call. Smokes in a little bit late though. Pazzy peeks ahead of it, losing his head. Second player looking to go down top of Silo, but Chopper has to jump on Magix. So a 4-on-4 scenario.
Outside contention is where Spirit have tried a lot of their early round plays. And they not quite deep enough. A couple of players behind this smoke. zywoo's looking for another pick.
And he's going to get it as well. Magix goes down. 4v3. And even further aggression comes out from Vitality here at heart. Wonderful, dead to rights and lobby. So it's all falling apart for Spirit. And this is one of those much more slower rounds where at least they have the man advantage at the start. Even if things falls apart for the execution. It's fallen apart before the Xe this time.
So much proactivity in that round. You see Vitality fighting towards outside. They bring zywoo back over towards ramp. He's able to find an impactful shot. And then as soon as that comes through, look at what happens elsewhere. Dupree getting aggressive in from main towards that hut control. And I think it just shows for Vitality how they can put pressure on so many different spots of the map at the same time.
Apex incendiary's out. M4 trying to swing in. Just towards Chopper. Gets him. Siren sounding the alarm because he's in a clutch scenario, which is very unwinnable from here on out. Flashes in against him. 30 seconds. At least he has the bomb on his back. So in theory, there's a way you could win a fight and then get back into the A site here. Does find Apex a quick 180 turnaround. Wary about this flick and he won't connect it in the end. So and that fast pace really caught Vitality off, getting in their faces and all. Dupree, nice pulled out, trying to get into vent. Heard the player dropping down, but Siren gets that pick. So a small start for Spirit once again. They're downstairs and they have the man advantage.
There we go. That's that electric pace that we're looking for. A little bit manic, a little bit crazy, and it comes out with an opening man advantage. Spams towards outside, indicate a quick play. They're not being silent about it. So the CTs can adjust themselves here at lower, and Apex is here to defend.
1 point of health for Pazzy, though. That spray again. Blind as bats, but Vitality are finding them. Chopper leading the charge with his teammates. zywoo expecting there to be some sort of window room control Apex in for a rude awakening as soon as he hears that squeaky door open up, though.
It's all a matter of timing. Need to get the util down pat and put some pressure onto zywoo on the site take.
Patsy's ready with util. He'll be the easy player to take down for Apex. Playing off position anchor, though. He has an inkling what might end up happening here. Door open, player seen, wrap the corner, get the kill. Siren not going to provide the next kill backside. Might stop that bomb plant for now.
It's all a matter of timing. Chopper might think about getting slightly aggressive towards that right-hand side. Put some pressure on the M4 as it runs out to the open. This surely is a fifth now for Spirit.
As Magisk falls, Magic steps up the flank and Spink goes down. It's onto the A site, a quick wraparound up through the vents. And zywoo left alone to try and clutch it all. What would be a special clutch if he can pull it off. But something tells me that's not going to happen here. 2 incendiaries up to heaven, reducing his options to try and play towards the outside. Good shot on Chopper, looks pretty sick. Now back into the AWP on the other side, however. USP hearing footsteps, but unable to really account for where they're coming in from. One player towards outside might be a bit of a concern, but it's all another ruse here. Vitality going right back into ramp.
It's very gimmicky right here for Vitality. They want to make it uncomfortable for the CTs. They want to try and force them to make some info plays, but they're not taking ramp with noise. Instead, they're walking. They're trying to gain some of this hell control.
A couple of footsteps can be heard. I reckon those are spirits, though. Now they engage for realsies out towards hell position. It's Apex blinding Magic's kicking things off on the half on the right foot. Wonderful, however, gets a kill. Can't double up. zywoo and Dupree just back in control. Patsy's doing everything he can to defend Mini. Gets that first alongside Siren. The crossfire's locked. Dupree and Apex are down. And
when everything was looking so good, they'd be able to fight the rotations. They give themselves a 4v2, but it's that crossfire, and now Magis has to step up.
The Condor's the big concern. Back's turned towards it. The man's walked out. That's Patsy. Side turn. Glock can't land the headshot. He gets it together in the end and turns 180 where Siren is there to get his triple and get the pistol for Spirit. That could have been, again, a lot of damage being done by the utility here, and it's generally been pretty good utility damage across the board. For Spirit, though, not in this round. They've allowed the Vitality camp to cross out towards Secret. 3 players are now downstairs.
You've got to think that Spirit have got a pretty good idea about this. They've actually aggressed lobby, so Chopper has seen nothing towards that area of the map. Dupree's the late lurk towards garage outside. It's a slight dual peek from City Spawn, but no! It looked like Patsy had an easy fight there.
Alone on the B side, as back up close towards him. He might have a lot of pressure against his name. Needs to get at least 1 kill, maybe even 2 to try and hold this round together. The time is running short. Eventually they get those wall bangs and Wonderful gets caught off by Spinks. Chopper on the wraparound sees where Apex is. His backup of Siren is right behind him, but it's the 2 SMGs versus the 4 rifles from Vitality. 2 players isolated by Siren though. He's brought it back to a 2v2.
Didn't look doable at all. Thought we'd see the initial save, but zywoo's still alive and he's on 100 points of health. This is where it could be class in the post plant.
Dupree's also on a very awkward off angle. Siren might not account for this. Yes, he does. Brings it all on zywoo now to clutch this round. Back sight, ready and watching. On plant position, both players heard. Kill found against Chopper. Last man wrapped around the corner at the same time, and he pre-fires it. Easy adjusted a headshot, makes it a triple and support. You can see the other players have been keeping Spirit held down. Several individuals have really yet to get off the ground here. Wonderful, Patsy, Magic's all just on low points of kill counts, and Siren trying to increase that marker as he gets his own kill. Chopper with 2 though, holds the line on the center of the site. Apex brings it back to a 3-on-2 scenario. Spirit still up by 1 player, but they have conceded that B bomb site, and zywoo is well on his way in.
Now, this is still very winnable here for Vitality. Been able to gain that ramp control, get zywoo very quick out towards those double doors, deal with those rotates, have to slow it down for Spirit, and now 2v3, you think about what the Frenchman can do.
A great Molotov to try and stop any early contact from the double doors position. Spirit will try and go there a little bit later. We'll rest on Apex on the center of the site to try and deal with them. And zywoo, open bomb plant. It is kind of held off for Old Toxic, so it doesn't make it the easiest to fare for that ramp position. But here come 2 CTs, wrap the corner. zywoo gets them both. The perfect spray. Back to a 1-on-1. Engages against Wonderful and wins another triple. Another multi.
Spirit have been good in pistols, 2 for 2 when it comes to the last map. Can they do it again? Can they get off to a good start? Vitality bringing a lot of pace down towards this A side, but it might just be a 5-on-5 retake. A lot of respect being given up here from the CIS squad.
Yeah, initial pistol spam from Spirit, tried to hold Vitality away, but now that they hear that bomb's coming down, set up the retake, smokes. Flash is also inbound from 2 individuals, 1 out first and foremost, second one catches Spinks, who sees a myriad of CT players, gets only 1 for 1 of the trade. Dupree trams back in of his own right. Patsy and Wonderful and Magic's actually even combining together alongside Siren's duelies, leaving Apex alone, spamming away. 1v3, gets the first, no more than that. The defuse will come through as Siren gets the pistol.
Pistol Gods, Spirit, 3 from 3.
Looking forward to trying to deny Vitality's second round confidence that they've demonstrated in this series so far. But it starts off with Apex's Scout getting 2 shots to Wonderful, one of which was a wallbang, a kill found alongside pwistzz going dropping. So once again, it's Vitality with a start out on the ramp default.
Seems like the steal is just inevitable now for Spirit. This is a very difficult position to be in. And I think you just have to gamble stack. I think you got to send 3 players over to A or 3 players over to B. You can't really make info plays. You're down by a couple of players. Vitality have pretty much got complete ramp control now.
The Scout playing Overwatch, 2 rifles on either side, joined by 2 more teammates. So the entire force is here. Vitality slow walking their way forward. Chopper spraying and zywoo gets his pick for it. Apex continuing to tag away, continuing to find the shots that he needs to set up the players like zywoo to get his kills. Concerned for the frag potential because look at both sides' numbers here. It's so far gone with Vitality already.
This is looking much better though. Good protocol down here towards the bottom of ramp. Deep ramp smoke, couple of HE placements. Wonderful, looking to get that AWP into a high impact zone.
Some damage done to Chopper here. The sprays of the AKs, the AWP looking for gaps in the smoke. Actually does find one against Dupree. That's all important for Wonderful. pwistzz also engaging past tarps, tanking damage, but finding Apex and the bomb, a 5v3. So far better from Spirit in this scenario. But Vitality will still bite back, grab that bomb and fall away.
They've still got some time to work with. They don't really have any B site presence. And it's actually very deep across the B site. Even Magus is just starting to get into position now.
Behind the girders, he's going to watch past the crack angle, see the flash is inbound. Actually, a smoke coming down there instead. A flash goes over to the wide side. Chopper out in the open with Siren at the crossfire, and the lockout comes in from the CT forces. Siren in
help him out.
Confident basis for Spirit to work with now to convert into the next round. Wonderful already starting things off so well. pwistzz behind the tarps. Head of the smokes, they are aware of what's going on here. The sprays back and forth will eventually lead towards a kill for the T side, but Wonderful quick to make his way back up and find Dupree. 4 on 3, and he's even hunting for Apex around this corner. He'll be, and Wonderful will now make it 3.
And this is what we're looking for already. Just going past the amount of kills that he found on that first map here on the second. Triple kill up on the A defensive. Util going down, giving more information of the ramp take. And Vitality down to 2. Very difficult position to recover.
2 on 4 scenario. Wonderful still stuck around here and all. Orb standing, AK sprays back and forth for the wallbangs for both sides of things. And nades landing on the boost for Magisk, so not ideal. Molotov sent up as well to try to drive them back out of the alley position, so it might be still being attempted here from Vitality. Got cash to go for it, so why not? Spirit, however, they're in full control of this.
Wonderful with the orb, gonna get tested again. Oh, what another great shot that is from him.
Can he get the ace? Spinks is putting ace towards him, 10 points of health, but he lands his 1 bullet, and that's all he requires. Retake. As assuming Vitality want to go here, Dupree certainly has that inkling. The AK looking up without utility support. He's got a smoke he can use, but no teammate to set up a flashbang or anything. Spinks going to strike out towards mid, and Wonderful stinking of that rotation. It's all a case of timing here.
That's a massive kill just to come through from Spinks. Just especially when there's so much time left on the clock, you start getting Spirit second-guessing themselves. Wonderful. If he gets baited into over-peaking, getting out towards orange, that could just be him to fall. And Dupree's found himself in a spot that if they start retaking that ramp control, he can be there to just be the foothold of the defense.
Now Wonderful's got backup in Chopper. Nades and smokes, blind fire from the AWP, and the AK works out pretty well. And Major's down at 18 HP. Dupree barely seen above the smoke. Will try line him up, but won't get a kill for it. 4 on 3 now for Spirit here, and they continue to press it. Major's solo. The bomb needs to go down behind some harder cover. Wallbang attempts will not work out for the AWP or the AK, and Vitality will set up for the post plant.
And this could be where we need to see a big round from Spinks. The further Util's going to waste the time. Spirit bringing a lot of players over towards this back side position. No one backstabbing in from ramp.
Apex playing anti-flash here. One does go out for the CT side. That's their last bit of Util. Checking out the back corner. Apex up close and personal. Gets a kill. Turns on Siren, but Chopper gets him back. Spinks trades on one. Only one. Magisk alone. 18 HP, but there's no time on the clock. Siren checks it. Headshot found. Wonderful. Being stalled out here. Connects his kill. But has he got time for the defuse? A little bit late to sticking here. But I think he'll hold this round indeed. It will be a 4th for Spirit.
Wonderful. Leading the charge on this CT side. The only player to be double digits. Definitely feels like a mirror image to what happened on Nuke, where it was Chopper being the only one. Patsy slow walking out towards ramp into the AWP, but still catches zywoo off guard.
Chimes back though, Patsy's down. Magisk versus Magix here. Incendiary is put up. AK moving in. Magix gets his kill. Spray back against Spinks. Does not quite find much of it himself. Back and forth damage to overall 3 versus 3 as dupreeh does find one out towards the top, and Magix eventually falls to Apex's Molotov. Siren and Chopper, last 2 players as Chopper gets domed, and it's all on Siren to clutch a 1v3. The B site has fallen. It will be a retake for round 15.
So much success out towards that B site, and you just felt as soon as that incendiary went down, there was just nothing that Magix could do in that position. Siren's the last one left. The bomb's about to get planted over towards B, and this is just an
vision or control of the B site as they might have thought, but those are all vain hopes and dreams for Siren. He's going to quickly realize that it will be a retake. It will be on the B site. And he will not have much of a hope in hell at trying this. He will go for it, of course. There's no sense in saving, but just the case of the likelihood of the outcome.
Even out towards the B stairs, it's being watched first and foremost, and he has to find a kill almost immediately.
Checking all the corners and the common boost angles. Oh, what a headshot on dupreeh. Flashes at the ready with half the time up remaining. Got a kit in as well. Turning away from it. Player on the center with the side behind the double boxes. Player on the outside of the site, and Spinks. Still some lost elements here for the Spirit Boys. Magix in particular, only 4 kills. Patsy's not lost in the pistol though. Straight flick to dupreeh's head. The cranium is decimated on the T side line. The bomb can go down easily.
That's a fantastic start coming through from Spirit. A full charge in towards that B side, and now it comes down to the retake. Everyone trying to come through from mid and that CT spawn area.
Set the line up for the retake. Utility in with the nades. Onto Magix, dead to rights on Apex. Patsy rounds that corner, but Spinks deals with the Julies of zywoo. Yet to even get started. Flicking back is wonderful. Turns into a 3v3 and doubles up to 2 now. Magix and Spinks moving their way forward. Spinks caught off. Magisk alone now. A 1-on-3 for his own right. Taps on the head of the first man, but cannot get the second or the third. And that's another points and match points in this series. And the CIS squad are left with nothing. Surely this is the end.
Even the util towards the top of the ramp is going to start to clear. More counter utilities gone down towards the B stairs. Apex with the spam, getting close to Patsy's position. Even further damage down to 30 now.
Tagged up. But not dead yet. Magic's the contrary to that point though. dupreeh with his pick. 1 out of 5 found by Vitality.
And this is getting very uneasy now for Spirit. The lack of nades, no nades for an XE. It's just dry faces. And this is where hero plays have got to come into the fold. Someone needs to step up individually.
Who's it going to be, though? If anyone at all. Siren, the most likely with the AK in hand, but he's already missed his shot. Does find dupreeh. Still a player to find in Magix. Sees them all. 3-man crossfire lock. The flashbang provides support, but Spinks' AWP chimes back. Shots in from the CT forces. Apex provides a little bit more, but gets traded by Wonderful. A 2-on-2, 20 seconds. Spinks sees one, lands on Wonderful, and it's both the AWPers standing to close this series out with Vitality. 13 seconds, and Siren leans around the corner. Desperate for zywoo. Sees Spinks, but zywoo's there for the trade.